Why? Why has this inhumanity to man been thrust upon the world? The single worst quote-unquote game that has ever disgraced this fucking earth. Behold, the almighty dust collector of my Sharp NES TV that does not even get a place in my actual NES collection. Taboo, the Sixth Sense. The demonic spawn of a not game that disgraces the entire NES library. The single worst game ever to exist, if you can consider it a game. Which it is not a game. It is but a tarot card reading. And I want to tell you what it told me. It makes you input your name and your birthday and your sex, which, like, you know, gender, whatever. And then it asks you to put in a question. I asked it, how is this even a game? And what it responded to me with is that my attitude towards said game is the problem with myself, and that you know, I have to give the game another chance. Basically, I have to see it from a fresh perspective. I need to stop being so negative towards the game. Past influences, my past experiences with the game has influenced my future. It told me all of this. So, in some strange way, the game is the greatest game ever made, because actually, it predicted and understood my feelings about it. It understood me. The game understood me. The game is so powerful, it is now flickering the lights in my room. It's amazing. It's simply the greatest game ever made. No, I'm just kidding. It fucking sucks. This is a piece of shit. This is the worst piece of shit I have ever beheld. There is only one game that is worse than this game. And I will reveal that in a moment here. But this is a game I used as a prank to play on my friends. I'm like, hey, you want to beat an NES game? You know? You want to play in Bill and Ted? Fucking idiots. You know? They were none the wiser. They thought, Taboo the Sixth Sense? What the fuck is that, right? What, that can't be bad. What's so bad about that? No, it's bad. Like you've played some bad games, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's a horrible game. But you never played Taboo, the Sixth Sense, on the NES. The movie, The Sixth Sense, is much better. Go see that. You know, it's famous spoilers for that, of course, but go see that. It's actually a good movie. This so-called game is Taboo. It has no sixth sense. I don't care if it predicted that I hated the game. It knew that. It felt my energy. It felt my energy every day, me staring at it, sitting right over there in my Sharp NES TV. The only purpose for this game is to gather dust. To keep my Sharp NES TV innards clean of dust. That is the single purpose for this dust collector. Hey, the soundtrack's pretty good though, you know, so. Anyway, this game's made by Rare. They used to make shitty games back in the day, you know? They used to do that. Atlas too, they used to make bad games. It's crazy. But, I mean, fucking Rare, I mean, they made some other good games for the system, arguably. I like Anticipation, but, you know, not everyone really likes that one. Anyway, this game is not a game. I'm surprised that it sold even more than one fucking copy, you know? I have this game. I know the two dudes at NES just did a review on the game. I keep saying game. I'm using that in quotes. We all know that, right? I don't even know what to call it other than a game. This Spawn right here at least has sold like 2 copies, so it's shocking. Who would buy this? Who would say $60? Hey, that's a bargain for Taboo the Sixth Sense. I don't have to go to a spirit medium anymore. This shit, they got it. Rare, they've got my back. Good job. Who'd fucking rely on this shit? This piece of shit right here is the biggest pile. That's one big pile of shit. You know that line in Jurassic Park? He was actually talking about Taboo the Sixth Sense. You couldn't see it, but in the deleted footage, they actually show in that scene Taboo the Sixth Sense is what that pile of shit is made of from Jurassic Park. It's fun fact, fun movie fact right there. So the single worst entity that was released as a game, that was lied to us that it was even a game. You put it in your NES and shit starts to flow out. It's that bad. It's the worst game of all time. If it even is considered a game, it is the worst game of all time. I do not consider it a game because it is not a game. So that's it. Taboo the Sixth Sense, piece of shit. The soundtrack's only 7 minutes long. He went into a whole nother song. Anyway, you know, and then there's this guy on here. He always puts them in like 3-minute intervals. It's always 3 minutes in one for these soundtracks. Who would want to listen to the music for Taboo the Sixth Sense? All these tracks for 3 minutes and 1 second. If you're listening to that whole thing, you're like those people who watch the 10-hour loops or whatever of, you know, on YouTube of shit. So this game sucks. I mean, what else is there to say? Right? I mean, there's only one worse game. Only one worse game. 0 out of 10. Negative 10 out of 10. Negative infinity out of 10. This game sucks. This game, this entity, this spawn of Satan sucks. It is poo encased in an NES game. You know, like, you were tricked because the NES game, it looks like an NES game. It smells like an NES game. But when you actually open it up, it's just shit. This is shit. This is shit too.